So yesterday, which class we completed?
Hardlink, softlink.
Hardlink. What is hardlink? What is softlink?
Yes,
Did you
sir.
practice?
Yes, sir.
Did you practice or not?
No, sir, I have gone through it.
See, practice is very important in Linux. Every day you have to practice at least 1 to 2 hours. Then only you can have the hands-on experience. You can explain the commands in real time. So practice, not listening the class is important. Practice is important. So you have to see that you can write the notes. You can practice. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So I will ask some commands when we are going to discuss about administration also. Middle of the classes, I will ask some questions. So you have to give the proper answers. Then only you can get the job, 100%.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So today we are going to discuss about simple filter commands in Linux. So first I will explain the simple filter commands. Yeah, tell me, Bhaiya. Yeah, Bhaiya, tell me.
Sir, I just want to know what would be the criteria to get the Red Hat certificate?
Certificate.
Yes, sir.
Which certification
Sir,
you need?
because yes, sir, because, sir, I am third year student in GLA University, Mathura.
I am not understanding your voice is not clear. Please tell me.
Sir, I am third year student in BTech.
Okay.
Sir, and I'm from Mathura. I am from Mathura, sir. Sir, I just want to know that what will be the criteria to get the Red Hat certificate?
You are going to get the certificate, the course duration certificate.
Yes, sir. After course completed, after course completed, I just want to.
Yeah, they will give because you can contact.
Sir, sir, no sir, original certificate like जो टेस्ट होता है ना सर वो वाला not Durga's certificate.
So you want to get the certification RHL, Red Hat Enterprise Linux
Yeah.
Certified, RHCSA.
Sir, maybe.
Red Hat.
I'm not.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm not much.
Yeah, no problem. Whatever the course we completed, then I will give the suggestion to you how to provide, how to export to certification. All the ways I will tell you. I have the authorized centers I know, so
Because
I will give those numbers. I will talk to them. I will make it to talk to them. Then you can write down the certification RHCSA, Red Hat Certified Solutions Architect, System Architect. Okay.
sir, because sir, I want to make in resume. I want to add this Red Hat certificate in my resume also. So that's why I want.
So everything I will send by no problem. Resumes,
Okay, sir.
real-time interview questions, 350 interview questions I will send. So
Okay,
questions
thank
and
you, sir.
answers, questions and answers, 350
Okay, thank you, sir.
real-time interview questions and answers and experienced resumes, fresher resumes, everything I will send. Okay, no problem.
Sir, I am professional because sir, I am currently in third year student.
Yeah, no problem. No, I will send everything. Okay.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Bhaiya. Muhammad Hussain also came. Okay, now let's start. We are going to see simple filter commands in Linux. More is the command. Less is the command. See, these are the filter commands we are going to discuss now. Sort is the command. WC is the command. Head is the command. And tail is the command. So these are the simple filter commands in Linux. More, less, sort, WC, head, tail. So more is the command displays the data in a file or other Linux commands with page wise and line by line. For example, you have a file, maybe that file having so much data. If you use the cat command, remember this point, cat is the command to see the data in a file. Already yesterday's class we discussed. But cat command displays the data. If you give the file name, it goes to last page, means last 10 lines or 15 lines or 20 lines in that particular terminal. How many lines will fit, it will show. But more is the command, it displays the data in a file page wise, line by line. And also we are going to use the many Unix commands, Linux commands. So the output is very large output we are going to get. So I want to see the output page wise. So then you can use the command more. Next to less. So it's same like more command. We can see the data like page wise only, but we can do page up, page down options. We have a options in our laptop. Page up, page down buttons we have. So you can go to one page up, one page down. Next to sort, by using this command, we can see the data in ascending and descending order. So reverse order and ascending order. WC is a command, word count. We can see the data in a file with line numbers, number of words in a file, number of characters in a file, number of lines, number of words, number of characters. Head is the command to see the first lines in a file. So if you want to see a first lines in a file, you can use the command head. Tail, by default, it displays last 10 lines. But if you want to see only 5 lines, 4 lines, 3 lines, 2 lines, 1 line, 15 lines, 20 lines, we have to mention. So these commands now we are going to see the practically. These are calling simple filter commands in Linux. More, less, sort, WC, head, tail. Now practically we are going to see. So log into your Linux operating system. Open the terminal, right click, open terminal. Now first we are going to see the more command. So there is a file /etc/passwd. So all the users information in Linux is located under this file. So we are going to discuss about this file in depth in our Linux administration classes, user management. But for example purpose, we are going to see the file cat space file name /etc/passwd where the Linux users information stores. So I am using the command cat. Already we discussed yesterday's class. Cat is the command to see the data in a file. So I want to see the data. So who are the users in Linux? Enter. So now see, at the time of installation, we created a user Venu. It's showing the user Venu. So remaining all the users are system users. But here, some lines only it will showing. So from first line onwards, it will not showing in your file. So you can scroll. So this is a desktop mode. You can scroll and you can check. But in real time scenarios, you are going to work with the command line prompt only. There is no desktop environment while you are working with Unix operating systems or Linux operating systems in real-time environments. So, but when you given the command cat space the file name, see, I given the command cat space /ut/passwd, but all these are scrolled out. So it's showing. See, again I'm running this command. So they scrolled, and whatever the lines are fit in the terminal, it shows the same lines only. But I want to see the data from first line onwards. Then you can go for the command more space file name. See, so you can see the difference between cat and more. Cat is the command. If you have 1000 lines, it will show last 50 lines, 40 lines or 30 lines which are fitting in your terminal. But more is the command displays your data in a file from first line onwards. See, this is the first line root user. So 63% output you are getting on the screen. Then if you want to check the additional data, give the command enter, 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 like this. Like this you can check the data. Like more is also a command you can use with different Linux commands. For example, ls. So ls is the command, it displays the files and directories, but if you are working on real-time scenarios, if you are working on a database server or any production servers, any application servers, you can have thousands of files and directories you can get. So this is simply just now we created only a small less files, but real-time scenarios in database environment, you can get the thousands of files, but all thousands of files are not fit in this terminal. So I want to see page wise. ls space pipe more. See, pipe is a symbol to display the output of two Unix commands. So one is ls, one is more. So ls lists the output of files and directories. More shows page wise. So both we are combining here. So both commands, if you want to get the output, you can use the symbol pipe. In interview point of view, they will ask the question, what is the pipe symbol in Linux? So pipe is a symbol in Linux to execute two Unix commands output at a time. Next enter. Now see, page wise list will come like that. So we have the number of processes will run on the server. To see all the processes, so we are going to discuss in depth about the process management in Linux administration classes. But for more command, I am giving this example. ps space -e displays every process which is running on the Linux server. So in Windows, you have to go to task manager, it will show all the processes. But here, command line prompt, we are in command line prompt. You can check the command ps space -e. It displays every process in the Linux. Just I am giving the enter initially. So now see, scrolled, all the processes are scrolled. It displaying the number of processes which are running on the server. But so many processes are scrolled out. See, I am in graphical mode, I can go for like this, but in real-time scenarios, you are going to work with command prompt only, no graphical mode. In these scenarios, I want to see the processes with the page wise. ps space -e. Already we seen one example. Another example I am giving. Space pipe more. I want to see the output of all processes which are running on my server page wise. It shows from first process onwards. See, process ID first 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9 like this. So then you can go for enter one by one, you can check. So which process you want to require, you can know about that process. Like this, more is a command. You can check the output of many Linux commands. ls, ps, process management, users who logged into the server, what they are doing, so many. So number of commands, you can put the option of a pipe more, you can get the output in page wise. Next, less is the command, also same like more, but here only a slight difference is there. Less space file name, same like more only. So on in your laptop, you can press the button page down, page up, one page down, one page up, page up, page down, page up, page down. So page by page you can check. But at the end of the file, so like more, you cannot get the hash prompt here. So you have to give the command q. Q means quit. Now you can get the hash prompt. So only the difference, like same like more only, but to page up, page down, so you can switch into one page to another page. This is the less command. Generally, we are going to use on real-time scenarios. Next, I am writing a data. Open one file, cat space greater than test. This is my Linux basics class. Hello, Apple. I am learning Linux. Xerox, Zoo, cricket is my favorite sport. Ball, man, woman, how are you? Like this, we have some data in a file. I saved the data. So I want to see the data in ascending order. So cat space file name, I created one file, I written some data. So whatever the data is there, I want to see in ascending order. So in these scenarios, we have to use the command sort space file name test. See, like ascending order, apple, ball, cricket, C, A, B, C, D, E, F, like this. So like this ascending order, you can see your data. So if you want to see the data in reverse order, sort space -r file name. So reverse order, A to Z, Z to A. So sort is the command to see the data in a file in ascending order and descending order. So interview point of view, they will ask the question, what is sort command in Linux? It shows the data in ascending and descending order. Explain the syntax. Sort space file name, ascending order. Sort space -r space file name, reverse order. Next to WC. So WC is a command to see the number of lines, number of words, number of characters in a file. WC space -l, file name is test. So number of lines are 11. Number of words I want to test. WC space -w, file name. 25 words are there. Number of characters I want to know. WC -c, file name. Number of characters 129. So to see the number of lines in a file, what is the command? WC space -l, file name. To see the number of words in a file, what is the command? WC space -w, file name. To see the number of characters in a file, what is the command? WC space -c, file name. I want to see all at a time. WC space file name. So it shows every first lines, words, characters. So like this, you can use the WC command also, different combinations in Linux, like ls. So ls, it shows files and directories. I want to know the numbers, how many files and directories are there. So here I have to read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that I have to read. But I want to know immediately ls space wc space -l. 28 files and directories are there. Like just now we seen the command ps space -e pipe more. So how many processes are running? So ps-e I given the command. Here I have to calculate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like that. But I want to see how many processes are running on the system. ps space -e wc space -l. It shows number of processes 172. Like this, wc command also we can use with multiple Unix commands to get the how many numbers are running in the output. So this is also you have to remember. So we can use a combination of commands to see the output of many Linux commands. Next, head. Head is the command to see the first 10 lines of a file. So it shows the first 10 lines in etc passwd file 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 lines it displays. I want to see first 3 lines. Head space -3 file name etc passwd. It shows only first 3 lines. So by default, if you are not given any option, it will show 10 lines. So if you want to see the number of lines, whatever you want to see, 3 lines, 4 lines, 5 lines, 6 lines, 15 lines, 20 lines, you have to mention the option head space, the number of lines -3, 3 lines I want to see. What is the file name? etc passwd. Next, tail, file name. It shows last 10 lines of a file. I want to see last 2 lines, tail space -2 file name. So it shows the last 2 lines of a file. Like this, you can use the command head and tail to see the particular lines of a file. So by default is interview point of view, they will ask the question, what is head command? It displays first 10 lines of a file. They will ask another question, I want to see 5 lines. What is the syntax? So you have to explain head space -f file name. So what is tail command? It displays last 10 lines of a file. I want to see the last 2 lines. What is the syntax? Explain tail space -2 number of lines file name. So you have to explain like this. Next, file permissions. So Linux is a more secured operating system than Windows. In Windows, we don't have the file level permissions. When we are working with Windows, if you send a file to me, I can do anything. So I can modify it, I can delete the data, everything I can do. But when you come into the Linux operating system, by default, you have a file level permissions. What are that file level permissions? Now we are going to see file permissions in Linux, file or directory permissions. So when we create files and directories in Linux, by default permissions can be applied. So for example, Ali is a user. Ali logged into the system. He created one file. By default permissions will apply. So which permissions will apply? So these permissions. So the permissions are divided into 3 portions. First portion goes to the user. User is nothing but a owner who created a file, for example, like Ali. So next portion goes to group. Group means owners group. So Ali is a member of, for example, AWS group. So in AWS group, some other members also there in the company. So those people are getting only read-only permission. Next, like AWS, you have DevOps, Java, .NET, UI, so many groups are there in your company. So all those groups are come under other groups. So here permissions are divided into 3 portions. First portion goes to owner. Owner is nothing but user. Next portion goes to owners group, means that is the owners member group. Third portion goes to other groups in the server. So by default permissions of a file, read, write, read, read. read, write, read, read. So owner having read, write permission. Owners group members having read only permission. Other groups having read only permissions. So when you are working with Linux operating system, if you send a file to me, I am having only read permissions. But when we are working with Windows operating system, if you send a file to me, I can have read, write, modify, delete all the permissions. So now the file permissions are derived in numeric format. See, just now I explained you the file permissions are divided into 3 portions. 0, 0, 0, no permissions, less permissions on a file. Hyphen, 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 hyphen. 1, 1, 1 refers to execute. Hyphen, hyphen, x, hyphen, hyphen, x, hyphen, hyphen, x. 2, 2, 2, write permission. 2 refers for write. Hyphen, w, hyphen, hyphen, w, hyphen, hyphen, w, hyphen. Write execute. So 2 plus 1, hyphen, wx, hyphen, wx, hyphen, wx. Only read permission refers to number 4. Read, r hyphen hyphen, r hyphen hyphen, r hyphen hyphen. So read, write, execute. Rx, Rx, Rx. 5, 5, 5, 4 plus 1. Next, 6, 6, 6, 4 plus 2. Read, write, read, write, read, write. 777 means full permissions. Whenever anybody asks you a question, you have sent the permissions, full permissions. 777, you can apply on the file. Full permissions. Owner can get full permission. Owner group members get full permission. Other group members also get full permissions. So while assigning the file permissions, so depending upon the portion, so which portion you want to give which permission, you have to select that number. So if you want to give write permission, so by default is 644, 666, you can give. I will explain you now. So when we create a file or directory, it removes umask value from the permissions. So file permissions are by default in kernel level 666 means read, write, read, write, read, write. Just now here we seen the number read, write, read, write, read, write. But here while you create a file, automatically the system by default removes the umask value. So unmask this value 0 to 2. So 2 means which permission? Just now we seen 2 means write permission. So 2 write permission it will delete. From whom? It will delete the write permission from users who group members and other group members. So like that you have to remove the automatically system remove the write permission from your group members, other group members. So finally the permissions will come 644. Remember this point. In interview they will ask the question, when we create a file which permissions will come? 644. What is 6? 4 plus 2 read, write. What is 4? Read only. What is 4? Read only. So read, write, read, read. Next to directory permissions. By default 777. So from there it will same umask will write permission only, it will delete. So default directory permissions are 755. Remember this point. So compulsory they will ask the question. So what are the default file permissions? 644. Blindly how to remember. What are the directory default permissions? 755. Blindly how to remember. So 755 means no write permission. So somebody they can enter into your directory, they can see your data, but they cannot create any files, any modifications in your directory. So that is the reason execute permission. Execute means they can enter, but they cannot do in your directories. So these are the 2 file permissions you have to remember. I will ask the question in next classes. Next user management we are going to discuss about access control list, advanced file permissions. I will ask the question, what are the default file permissions? 644. What are the default directory permissions? 755. So remember these two blindly. 644 read write read read. 755 read write execute read execute read execute. Now we are going to see how to change the file permissions. The file permissions can only change by the Linux system administrator can change any user's file permissions, or else the user who created file, he can only change his file permissions. Administrator can change any user's file permissions, but normal user can change his file permissions only. He cannot change other users' file permissions. Now, before going to change the file permissions, first of all, you have to know the existing file permissions of a files. ls space -l. They will ask the question interview, what is the command to see the file and directory permissions? ls space -l. There is no other command. So these are the files permissions. Read write read. Just now we discussed. Read write means 6, read means 4, 644. By default you can any file read write read default. So what are the directory permissions? D refers for directory. 755 read write execute 4 plus 2 plus 1 4 plus 1 4 plus 1 755. Now I want to change the file permissions of the file apple. For example, here there is a file apple. Permissions are read write read. I want to change. I want to give the right permissions to others, my group members, other group members. So chmod 6 4 plus 2 read write already is there. I want to give the permission to others also. 6 file name apple. Now check the permissions of individual file. ls-l file name. Now see the file permissions. Read write. I want to give full permissions on a file. chmod is the command to change the file permissions. 777 file name apple. Now check ls-l apple. So read write x full permissions. So like this, so from which portion, which permission you want to give, you have to give that numbers. So chmod, again I want to go for 666 file name apple, removing the executing permissions. Now check ls-l file name. Like that, directory also same. There is no syntax change. chmod 777 directory name D3 ls-ld D3. So the directory permissions changed. Full permissions are given on the directory. So everybody can enter into your directory. They can write in the data in your directory. Like this, by using the chmod command, you can change the file permissions. This is a numerical value. In symbolic mode also you can change the file permission. So symbolic mode, chmod u equal to rwx comma g equal to rw comma o equal to rwx space file name orange. See here, u means user. Already we discussed just now. First portion goes to user in arithmetic owner. Read write x permission we given. G means owners group. Read write only I given. Comma O means other group members. I given read write x. File name orange. Now in numerical format the value is 767. 4 plus 2 plus 1. Second one is 4 plus 2. Read write. Third one is 4 plus 2 plus 1. 7. 767. Now check the permission. ls-l file name orange. So like this you can change the file permissions. So another syntax, chmod a equal to read write file name orange. See, a means all. So user group and other members I given read write. Like in numerical format chmod 666. So here just simply you can give a equal to I want to remove the write permission. For example, chmod -w file name. So write permission ls hyphen l file name orange. So a equal to minus w, for example, chmod a equal to minus w, ls hyphen l, sorry, ls hyphen l file name orange. Complete permissions are deleted. Now chmod a equal to read write file name orange, ls hyphen l file name orange, read write read write read write. Like this, a plus g plus o plus x or minus you can use. Next to, so these are the file permissions. So the file permissions you can use with the numerical format and symbolic format. So which is easy method to you? So which can you understand easy method? Whether it is symbolic method, you can go for symbolic method. So if you can remember numerical, for generally we are going to use numerical format. Full permission chmod 777 file name orange, simply ls hyphen l file name orange. Remove the execute permission chmod hyphen x orange, execute permission is removed, ls hyphen l orange. See, like this. It's a simple way. So which way you want to use, you can use that way. So these are the file permissions we discussed today. So if you have any doubts, please ask me. Maybe here Biswajit, Kapil Chaudhary, Mohammad Hussain.
Yes, sir. Hello.
Yeah, Bhaiya, any doubts you can ask me.
Yes, sir. Actually, I want to ask you about the execute permission.
Execute
Actually,
permission.
execute. Sir, read, write, and RWX. Sir, if I created a file,
Okay.
sir, that if I created a file and the file permission, suppose someone enter into my system and he is able to see my file, that is read. Okay, sir.
Yeah, he can only read.
He can see your file, but if you want to some change some modification, want to write something or you want to delete something, then it is only right for
Yeah. See, by default, when you create a file, other users can only read. They cannot write, they cannot disturb your file, and they cannot also execute your program. If you write a program, they cannot be executed until you can give the permission. Okay.
Okay.
For example, see, I am a root user. I created a file Apple. So I am switching to normal user, Venu. So Venu. So I open a file va/root/apple file. See, can't open file for writing because I don't have permissions. If I give permission, he can write. Otherwise, he cannot write.
Okay, sir. If I remove the read permission from that file, okay, sir.
Yeah, you can only read permissions.
Hello.
Yeah, you can only read permissions.
Sir,
You can also remove.
remove.
If you remove read permissions, they cannot read your file also. As your wish. For example.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, see, for
Yes,
example.
sir.
Yeah, for example. So what I am doing.
Sir,
Cat
my
Apple
question-
file is there. Tell me, Bhaiya.
No, my question is that if I remove the read permission from a file,
Okay.
then the person is also not able to do anything other like write and execute also.
He can't do anything. The chmod
If I
600.
remove the read permission,
See, chmod 600. I am the owner. No permission to others. So switch into user account Venu. Okay, cat slash root slash apple. Permission denied. See here, they can't see your data also. Okay.
No, okay, that I understood. That I understood. My question is that if I remove the read permission from a file, and but whereas I have given permission to write permission and also along with execute permission, then it is valueless.
Like this. What you are telling means I think ch mode 6 write permission.
Hmm.
Right
I have removed the write permission from,
yeah
but
663.
I have given right. Yes.
This is only ls-l
I have given.
apple. Okay, write execute you given su space hyphen space Venu. Now cat space
Cat.
slash root slash apple. Permission denied.
Yes.
There
So
is
my
no
question
read,
is
there
that
is no read permission. Open the file. Okay, this is Venu. Save the file. Can't open file for writing. Even if you give the write permission also, when there is no read permission, he is not able to writing the data.
uh,
You can't write.
if there is no read permission, then it is valueless. That I give whether you give a write permission or execute permission to him.
So it will only executes on the programming level. So you can write and run the programs. But here permission is denied because read permission is not until when the read permission is not there, remaining two permissions also cannot be executed.
That's my question.
Yeah, cannot be executed.
So it depends. So it depends upon the read permission. Everything depends on the read permission.
Read permission only.
Everything is only applicable only for user permission, but not for group permission, right?
Yeah. Who is this? Kapil Chaudhary. Tell me, Bhaiya.
If we add if there is no read permission on the user, then it is also not applicable on the group permission.
Dependence only.
Hello.
I am not having proper. I am not hearing about you. Your voice clearly, Kapil.
Hello.
If there is no read permission on the user,
Yeah.
then it is this read permission is also not available to the group or not.
Not. It will not.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah, Biswajit, tell me, Bhaiya.
Yes, sir. My another question is,
Hmm.
if I have given read permission to a file, okay, sir.
Okay.
If as an administrator, I have given permission to a user, but I have given to him read permission and
Okay.
write permission. I have given read permission and write permission.
Okay.
Sir.
Okay.
But I have removed the execute permission. Sir. So whatever he will do, read and write, but he cannot change that thing.
He cannot change. He cannot change anything because you are the owner. See, every file has ownership. See here, owner. Owner is root. So if you give write permission also, he can only write the data, but he cannot become a owner. Only he can write the data. He cannot execute your file.
So after doing execute, then the file can be changed. Am I right?
Yeah. Yes.
Suppose I wrote some scripts. Suppose I wrote some scripts and I gave permission to a user that read and write, but I did not give any execute.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Yes.
So that means he can read the file and he can write the file, but he cannot able to output of the file. Am I right?
Yeah. Yes. He cannot execute. You can write the script, but you cannot execute. Who can give the permission? Owner can give the execute permission. Then you can execute. Otherwise,
Okay.
you are going to write the scripts only, but you cannot execute. So owner can execute, then they will tell you. So if you give the permission execute, you can execute.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah.
That I understood.
Yeah.
Another question, sir. If I remove the read permission, write permission, but I have given the execute permission, is that valid? Because yeah, whereas he has not any read permission, write permission, but giving only execute permission is invalid.
Not valid. Not valid.
If there is, sir, my last question is, if there is a execute permission means there must have read permission.
Yeah, must be read. See, must be read only, then it will read your script and execute. If there is no read permission, it cannot be executed. Okay?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay, but tomorrow no class, Monday no class, Sunday, Saturday, Sunday. Monday we are going to discuss about advanced filter commands and advanced file permissions are there, set UID, set GID, sticky bit. Then we are going to complete the basic commands, then administration will start. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay, bye. Okay, thank you all.
Thank you, sir.